With Canada turning 150 next year, it is full of history with its achievements, heroes, and inventions. Students from the Niagara Catholic District School Board are excited to show off their projects at this year's Heritage Fair at Brock University. Over 100 students were proud to have their projects displayed as a lot of hard work and research went into them.
So you're seeing their work on arts level, you're seeing their works on computers, you're seeing the research that they're doing, you're seeing them with their language skills rewriting things in their own words and putting their own fingerprint, as I call it, on this topic. So it is a great example of what the students are allowed to do and explore and have their individual touch on these projects and learn at their pace and be able to research and then retell the story in their own way.
With a wide range of topics chosen each year, students get a chance to expand their knowledge on Canada's rich history.
I wanted to do something in women's rights because I like a lot of women suffragettes and stuff. So I was researching. I wanted to do something original, and then I found out about Agnes Macphail, and I started reading about her, and I realized she's such an amazing person, and we as Canadians should know more about her. Because I know I didn't know a lot about her. I was presenting my class. I know they didn't know a lot about her. So I think it's important to know because she is a big part of our Canadian female heritage.
Alexa, tell us a bit more about your project.
Well, Tim Hortons was founded in 1964 by Ron Joyce, Jim Sherrard, and Tim Horton. Tim Hortons isn't his real name. As a kid, he started calling himself Tim Horton, and his real name is Miles Gilbert. Tim Hortons' main competition is McDonald's because Starbucks and Second Cup have more of their specialty coffees.
Why did you pick the Welland Canal for your project?
I picked it because my grandparents live in Welland, and I would always drive over a bridge, and I would always think is this a river under me, under the bridge or something? So that encouraged me to pick the Welland Canal.
What are you looking for when you're judging these projects today?
Basically, knowledge that the student has of the topic, as well as creativity and originality. That really goes a long way. I think the passion that they have for the project really comes out when they speak about it. So the fanciness and the flashiness is not as important as the student really knowing about the subject and having a passion for it.
I wrote an original song about Agnes Macphail and her achievements and how she's an inspiration. So I wrote it, and my dad played the guitar for me.
Agnes Macphail, part of our history.
Agnes Macphail was our very first female MP and our very first female MPP, Member of Provincial Parliament. And she was a prison reformer, an advocate for women's rights. She was an advocate for farmers, children, and many others. She helped create our first female equal pay bill, and she made many different reforms to our penitentiary system as she was a prison reformer.
What are some of the lessons students can learn with being so diverse as a country like Canada?
Well, that's the beauty of these projects, again, being student selected. Every year we come up with topics that from different parts of World War I, World War II, to local history from Harriet Tubman. So it does bring in the West Coast, the East Coast. Every year we have something different, and that's the beauty of this, of our board fair, is that we get to see all of these different projects that represent Canada from east to west.
The Niagara Catholic Regional Heritage Fair not only enriches its students with Canadian history, but it promotes diversity to remember where we came from. 5 students will be chosen to take part in a provincial heritage fair that is happening in Toronto in June. Reporting for The Source, I'm Leah Schoeman.